It is 2022 on Comic Book Canon. That's right, new year, new canon. No, not really, but we do. This is the first episode of 2022, and I'm sorry to say we will not have our good friend, my co-host, Christopher, on the show tonight. He is under the weather, as you all can guess as to what that is, so please send him well wishes. But we have a wonderful, he's a co-host at this point. He is our Billy Preston, the fifth Beatle, basically. Please welcome, everybody, round of applause, Dan De La Torre. Dan, how's it going?
Going fine, Jeff. Thanks for having me on. I'm honored to be the fifth Beatle, for those that didn't get that reference.
You get the reference. I get the reference. Billy Preston, the fifth Beatle. Again, really happy to have you on. Really glad you could. We call you from time to time. You step up every single time, and it just made sense for you to be the guest co-host. You are the first co-host of the 2022 season here, so congrats on that. Even though you're just filling in for Christopher Shoes, but we're always glad that you're a part of the show, whether it be on camera, off camera, or what have you.
It's my great pleasure. And Chris, I know you're listening. I wish you all the best in the speedy recovery. I'm honored to fill your shoes, but I cannot fill your shoes permanently. So get back here as soon as you can. And I am sporting your Journo's Comics t-shirt here in support for Chris.
Go full. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Get that at, I don't know. You have to go to, I don't remember what the link is, but you're going to have to go to his YouTube page. The links are there most definitely. All right, but Happy New Year to you all. Let's give some shout outs first, Dan. We got Raw Dog Comics in the house. Caleb Leland, Matt Stadge. Happy New Year's indeed. The Goonish Lurker. We got Serge Henderson. How's everybody doing? We are doing great. We got Jordan Norrie. How's it going? Who else? Anybody else? All right. Listen, guys. It's going to be kind of an abbreviated show. We're going to get to the important stuff, which is fresh from the comic shop. We skipped a week last week, so what we're going to do, we're going to have 2 rounds this week. That's right, 2 rounds, and Mr. Dan De La Torre is, of course, the co-host, but Dan, you know what other responsibility you have. You're going to have to pick finalists tonight. Now, the winner of the first round goes up against Saw Marshall 007, who was the winner of our last episode, which was in between Christmas and New Year's. He was having a baby. That baby was going to be popping out soon. So, congratulations. That baby is definitely here in this world right now.
Jeff, do you want to drop the rumor, let's call it first, because it dovetails with what I'm going to present for the
how
news?
About you get a little tease, and you could bring that up when you're showing off those books. Isn't that what we're going to do?
That's fine. That
give
works.
A little tease, because Dan's going to drop some information and some knowledge on y'all. Based on a potential rumor, but he doesn't want you guys going rogue and investing in the wrong things. Is that correct, Dan?
That's right. This is all speculation. So I'll just give you the quick tease here. This particular book. And that's all I'm going to say at this point.
Little tease right there. All right. Before we get started, look at this guy. I'm half alive, but I'm laying in bed listening. You guys are the best. No, you are the best, Chris. We were just talking about you. Not sure if you heard, but we are all wishing you a healthy recovery. We know you'll be here soon, but you know what, man? Take your time. As I said, we got Dan De La Torre, kind of like the fifth Beatle here. He is our third co-host of Comic Book Canon. He's been on this show plenty of times. All right, so Dan, we do this little thing each and every week. Everybody knows what's coming, and we do this thing. What is the segment called?
Now, I don't do this as good as Chris, and I've been rehearsing this. Fresh from the comic shop.
Live from the pressing salon. That's right. Each and every week we ask you, our audience, to share your fresh gets. That's right. Fresh in your collection, whatever you got that week. They could be 2 days old. They could be 30 decades. I don't think they were making comics 30 decades. 3 decades old. All right. As long as they're new in your collection, we want to see them. We want you to share them so we can bring them here on the show. And you can win prizes as well. Now, I'm not quite sure what the prizes are going to be for this month. Chris is heading that. Chris always heads those partnerships up, and he does a fantastic job. But we will probably have something great. 360 Comics, we know we owe you a prize. I say that every time. I'm going to say it until we make good on that. So we apologize. We apologize it's taken so long. Now, This is Chris's part 2. I'm going to butcher this right here. But this is how you enter Fresh from the Comic Shop. You get your fresh get. You take a sweet looking picture and you post that thing on the Instagram. Make sure, this is the most important thing, so we find it. You tag it FFTCS. That's right down below. FFTCS. You can also tag us at Comic Book Canon, but the FFTCS is the most important thing, so we find it. That is right. And then send it off into the internets, and we'll find it. We'll post. You may post like a few a week, but we'll pick one of your posts. What we're looking for to move on to the semifinals and then eventually the finals, we're looking for presentation, how you compose this shot. Make it interesting, get creative, and most importantly, have fun. We're looking for unique books too, things that people may not, see regularly. Those are fun as well. A really big criteria that weighs heavily on a lot of people is the story. Does it have? Is it a book that means something to you? You tell us. Give us the story behind it, and again, you'll have a better chance of moving on to the semifinals. That is right. All right, Mr. De La Torre, are you ready?
I am ready, sir.
By the way, I forgot to mention, again, I did mention, we're going to remind it. We're going to have 2 rounds. One for the week, because we had to cancel last week's show for that one. That's round 1. We'll have round 2. That would be for this show. So the winner from round 1 goes up against Saul Marshall 007. The winner, round 2, goes up against next week's winner. And those winners will go head-to-head for the finals. All right, here we go, Mr. De La Torre. Kamikaze. It's funny. Look at this guy. He says, hello, gentlemen, and we got a book from Kamikaze to start us off. That is right. Some Webhead on a Wednesday and an early cover appearance of Carnage. Also a sneak peek of Spider-Man 2099, July 92, and 2099 was published in November of that same year. So yet another, add this to another kind of a first appearance debate. ASM 365, who knows? Honestly, I just get them all because he's going to be in the next Into the Spider-Verse. Excellent book right there. By the way, Kamikaze is a guy you want to follow in terms of the way he composes his shot. If you see that shot on the left, well composed, nice depth of field right there, perfect lighting. Just want to point that out. He always does an amazing job. All right, Marvel Man 616 Comics. Look at this. Finishing out my Tales to Astonish books. This is Tales to Astonish 63, Giant Man and Hulk, which features the first full appearance and origin of the leader and a major villain to the Hulk. Hey, maybe we'll see him in the MCU again. I really like this book. Usually Marvel Man 616 Comics gives us the modern books, but it's always nice to see what's in his Silver Age stash.
Jeff,
there.
Can you bring that picture back up again? Is that from a comic shop? Is that the background?
That's how Marvel Man 616. That's how he presents his comics.
Wow. Okay.
Always presents his comics well. Always. And we have another submission for him for round 2. We'll get to in a minute, but you'll notice it's the same thing. I think that's his comic book room. As you can see, there's an Iron Man 10 second print in the background. I see Riri Williams as well. But yeah, he's got a sick room. Also, just glad he and his wife recovered from the COVID. So moving on here. Now, Dan, you know it's got the stamp of approval from Son of Comics if he has what in his picture. Do you remember? This is a quiz.
Oh, Red Hulk.
You got that right. And this one right here, I see Red Hulk. In front of The Many Deaths of Layla Starr, the collection is fire, one of the best short stories written in 2021. I hope to see this made into a movie, one of Ram V's best work. Guys, everybody has been talking about how great this series is. I have not read it yet. Dan, I'm going to take a guess that you probably haven't gone after that one as well.
I'm still stuck in the Silver Age.
What man. I mean, you're picking up moderns here and there too, but again, excellent work as always, Son of Comics. We got Lowbrow Ephemera with Santa the Barbarian. I mean, come on. That's a unique book, I'd have to say. Lowbrow says, Merry Christmas to all. We appreciate that. But right there is that's a unique book. I've never seen that before. Almost looks like a Rob Liefeld it's kind of Rob Liefeld.
That's usually the Santa that comes to visit me every year, by the way.
Oh God, that's terrifying. I'm sorry to hear about that. I am so sorry. All right, moving on. I love this book, Dan. I love this book. It's fallen off the radar because people have been giving a lot of the other MCU spec more attention, but E. Marvell with the Strange Academy number. Is that actually? I don't know what number that is. He didn't leave a description. And but again, E. Marvell is another guy to look out for. Well composed shots here. Always has some superb lighting. As you can see, it's reflecting off of that gorgeous CGC case. But I'm loving that right there. I don't think that's a reprint of. Oh, it is. It is. I think it's Strange Academy 1. Anyways, everybody, Strange Academies. It's. I feel a resurgence, especially after issue 14 came out, showing their future selves. Moving on here, though, we got Comic Demon. Now, Comic Demon always gives a variety of books to choose from. These are nice right here. I have some dollar books I scored from one of my comic shops. Some nice spec books and some first appearances. He got Spider-Man, Punisher $20.99, Moon Knight $29, Aisha, and Wang's Eddie's ex-wife, She-Venom, Cobra. He got a bunch right there, but as you can see, that amazing Spider-Man right there on the right, getting that for $1, good nab right there. Good stuff indeed. That's ASM 375. Well done there. As always, Comic Demon, you always do a good job with those great gets. Next up, we got, speaking of ASM 375, Nukes Comics. I recently picked up this copy of the Amazing Spider-Man 375 from Vivid Clue at Kicks Post Sneaker Event of all places. Wondering if Tony Boy was there. This cover is the epitome of the 90s, 100%. It's Bagley, man. Mark Bagley and his run on Amazing Spider-Man. It's up there with great runs, I'd have to say, Mr. De La Torre.
And a foil cover. Cover.
Hey, and it doesn't get more 90s than a foil cover. Candyman Comics says, I love foil. Not at all. Dan, you are first on the docket in terms of your fresh gets of the week. What do you got?
Let's do this if you don't mind. There was a rumor that some have heard out there, and that's all this is at this point.
Go for it.
But if we are to be, informers of the community here, I want to share what I know about this particular rumor because it could lead to some profitability or certainly enhancing your collection. So, Jeff, do you want to start with those 3 pictures?
Sure, you tell me what picture, I'll bring it up.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, you got it. Look at this suave, debonair gentleman right here.
The rumor is that this man is going to enter the MCU, and he is going to play this character. So play show the guy eating it. It looks like an apple or something. His name is Krylar. When I saw that picture, I knew exactly who that was. Why? Because I'm a Hulk fan, an Incredible Hulk fan. Way back in the day when I started buying Incredible Hulk, I fell in love with that storyline. It's a very obscure character. So if you go to the last picture, Jeff, that is the one and only issue where this particular character falls into. And I wanted to comment on it. And again, this is just speculation. And I am somewhat of a unique person to answer the possible speculation if this comes true. And I was thinking about how to answer this because it can be a complicated answer. Or it could be a very, very simple answer. So what I want to do now is start with a simple answer.
Before we move on, just want to say that's Incredible Hulk 156. 156.
That is correct.
That. Okay.
Always love that issue here. So let's come back to me. Bring me back up again if you don't mind.
You got it.
Because what I want to do is do this. The simple answer, if you're going to spec on this possible character, it could be a one and done. And a spoiler alert, if you've never read this story, that particular character, I'll wait about 2 seconds so I don't spoil it, just in case somebody wants to read the issue. Okay, that guy dies in the issue, one and done. It's odd because Bill Murray is one of the biggest names in Hollywood. Why he would choose to do a character that's one and done, maybe his age, he's 71, although Patrick Stewart is 81, and he's still acting to this day. The other component that I can't really figure out is that character here, Krylar, is a Hulk character. Now, Disney does not own the Incredible Hulk. That's the last holdout, as I understand it. He can only appear in ensemble movies, which is why he appeared in the Avengers.
And shows.
That's right. So the quick answer, if you are going to spec on this and you make some money on it, I would say no. But if it's going to be the long answer, if the MCU goes into the subatomic world, which Marvel did, you need to start specking on some of these issues. And what I want to show in the Fresh from the Comic Shop segment is possible issues that would tie into that storyline and also to the subatomic world that Marvel has created. So, again, if you want to buy this as a spec, you're probably not going to make a lot of money unless you're someone like me who's a nerd and bought a bunch of these things. And you're not going to find this, by the way. I just bought it. I didn't pay that much for it. There's no slabs out there. It's a 9.0. If you can find it, great. But I don't think there's going to be a great turnaround with this particular one unless, again, you love the storyline. The only other one that I want to start with is, let's start here. The only two I could find, I don't have issue 75. Fantastic Four also did, this is called Stranded in Subatomica. This is issue 76. 75 is where they started this, and it continued in issue 77. So this is where Marvel first delved into going subatomic. I don't know if the Ant-Man did, because obviously Henry Pym was the first one to come up with that technology, shrinking technology. Not having read those stories, I'm at a loss, but these are just the ones that I have, and I'll continue to show you as the show continues to unfold.
All right, well done indeed. I'm sure we're going to get a complete breakdown. We're going to go further with that breakdown,
yes,
because it could open up some interesting doors in the MCU. I'll tell you that right now. So we'll get into that in a second. That got me excited when we were talking in the pre-show. All right, but you know what else gets me excited here are these fresh from the comic shops. These entries right here, and I don't even know where we left off, but I think it was Miguel.G.Comics. That's exactly where we left off. Here's a nice Christmas gift from myself before I tried to get the original Alan Moore run in 2022. That is an extensive book, right, or a bunch of books right there. So that's a nice run. Good for you. And treat yourself well, man. You absolutely deserve it, Miguel. You 100% deserve it. All right, moving on. We got Ozzy Fan BP with some really good books here. He didn't leave anything in the common area, but Amazing Spider-Man 10, there's some spec book right there. You got Amazing Spider-Man number 5. That's the second appearance of Silk right down there in the middle. And then you got the Spider-Geddon, where you have a ton of characters there as well. So those are some good pickups too. Next up, we got Into Oblivion. This is a good one right here. Moon Knight number 3, the first full appearance of Hunter's Moon, the exclusive Walmart variant. That right there, I feel like it's going to be sought after, especially if we get more from Hunter's Moon. I'm really liking this series. I encourage you all to be reading this as well, leading up to Moon Knight on Disney Plus. Dan, I'm excited for that show. What do you got to go in there? You got a arts and crafts project?
Oh, I'm just preparing for the next. I
thought you were hammering. I'm sorry.
Oh no!
I'm excited, Dan. I'm excited. It's going to be big. I was joking, of course. Azori's Tiger. Oh, Dan, Azori's Tiger, true or false, always delivers.
Oh, without question.
Yeah, always delivers. Went out on the hunt yesterday and found some key pieces for Thor's Day. Throwdown Thor's Day. Thor 239. First team appearance of the Heliopian. I cannot pronounce that, Dan. Heliopians. The ancient Egyptian gods, Horus, Osiris, and Isis. Just ignore the lady peeking from the background. Oh, come on. We are about to see her on the big screen. Got some pretty interesting images this week. The new Thor suit and Lady Thor. So I'm excited for that myself. Oh, Goonish Lurker. I know he's in the house somewhere. What's happening, Goonish Lurker? Look at that, though. Pick this up, Punisher Warzone number 1, up at Mutiny Information Cafe for a great price. This is my first copy and couldn't have asked for a better condition. This is a classic Romita cover. I've talked about this before. Chris and I have both talked about it. John Romita Jr., I never liked him back in the day, but he's actually grown on me, and I actually kind of appreciate his artwork a little bit more. This cover is awesome. It's die cut. You got those 2 layers in there. Look at, you got the Punisher just doing his thing with those bullets just popping out. I'm sure they're hot as all get out as well. Good stuff there, Goonish Lurker. Good stuff indeed. Dan, if you don't mind, I'm going to show my first fresh get of the week.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually got to do some digging. I never get to go digging. And I found some good stuff, man. Y'all know, by the way, when Chris gets back, we're going to be talking Book of Boba Fett. Very happy with what's going on there. I'm not going to give away any spoilers here. However, I was happy to find this. This is Dr. Aphra #1. This is the 2016, her first series. This is a variant of the cover. This is a black and white variant, but it was a 1 per store variant. So I only got this for $15. I was pretty happy with it. I'm psyched. I really hope we see Dr. Aphra on the big screen, small screen, what have you. She's a fan favorite, Dan. I'm not sure how familiar you are with her, but she's like the Indiana Jones of Star Wars, and she's got a cult following, big time.
I'm just taken by the cover. That looks like a 70s rock band, kind of cover.
Yeah,
that's what
it's got a cool vibe with the I don't know what you got going on back here with all the designs and stuff like that. But yeah, this looks exactly like the regular cover A, obviously, except it's black and white. So it's a nice get. I was very happy to find that, to be honest with you. Moving on, Dan, we got other people to talk about other than you and I, right? I mean, we got
I hope so.
Cover Junkie Comics, Dan. Cover Junkie Comics. He loves him some Dr. Doom. I play this game with Chris all the time. What are the odds we're going to see a Dr. Doom cover?
I'd say pretty favorable.
Sorry, you're wrong.
Whoa!
Got these 2 amazing books from You Promised Me Comics 1K giveaway. Couldn't be happier since I wanted to read both stories, and now I can without hunting. You Promised Me Comics is my go-to YouTube channel for all things indie. Comic book canon, journalist comics. You should consider having Sparks Comics from You Promised Me Comics as a guest host. Don't worry, lots of Doom books coming in the next few weeks. So yeah, I threw you for a loop there, but that's good stuff. Chris and I are gonna have to get into Sparks Comics, have them on the show. Or her.
That whooshing sound was me swinging through the off speed pitch that he threw me.
Oh, you like that?
I like it. I wasn't expecting it.
Total whiff. Honestly, I do that to Chris all the time, so don't feel bad. Some of our favorites here, Dan. Some of our favorites. April and Tommy. Am I right? I mean, they are the comic couple. They are the comic. They're probably doing fireball shots right now. We got April X Visions. The fresh get is extra special. Tommy Boy Collections, her husband, bought this lab for me on Christmas Eve because this is our little family. It's my first stray dogs. Also, it's signed and matches my initials AMF. Now, Dan, please note they are not eligible to win, April and Tommy, but also please note they are always stepping up their games. Even though they've won, they don't back away from Fresh from the Comic Shop. They always bring it.
That's a good thing because that is a gorgeous picture. I love the background on that picture.
And I knew you were going to be. I could tell. I could tell that you're kind of like this is a contender right here.
Yes. So
unfortunately, well, they're all their stuff is great, so we can't. But they've won already. But here's another one. Her husband, Tommy Boy, kicking off 2022 with a boom. Captain America 230 CBCS signed by Bob Layton and Jim Shooter. My favorite hero, Hulk, coming in like a punch to the face. Bye-bye 2021. See, again, they just have fun. I love that cover, though, Dan. I love that cover. Look at that. Cap's shield up in the air. You could tell. Look at the pain he's feeling even just blocking that shot from the Hulk. Am I right?
I have this cover. I love it, and I would never get rid of it. But I'd also love that he's using the big gun as the background. Yep. The big green gun.
I was just about to say the big green gun, indeed. Good stuff as always, Tommy Boy and April. You guys crush it. All right, moving on. We got Raw Dog Comics from St. Louis. Look at this. Raw Dog Comics, finally. New to our collection, Marvel Team Up 141, Spider-Man and Daredevil. Scored a really nice copy and for a great price. Also picked up some Marvel Tales classic covers. What an awesome year collecting comics and being able to show them off on Fresh in the Comic Shop. We saw many covers on the show that we would never have known about. We love this comic book community, and we love you guys. Happy New Year. We love you too, Raw Dog Comics. Now, you always preface it as we. Just let us know who we is. I'm not sure if we've seen you once on camera, but we'd love to know more about you guys because we love you too. All right, moving on. We got Super Rad Comics. The day has finally come to say goodbye to my Imperial fleet, and I found the perfect book at my local comic shop for this last family photo. So long, gang. May your might crush all those who dare to oppose you. That's a nice little ensemble right there of his Star Wars fleet. Not sure what issue that is. That is Star Wars Adventures. Oh, that's a great cover. Look at Darth Vader in the front right there. Oh my God, that's just kick badass.
That reminds me, my daughters and I went to Disneyland, and there was a Star Wars ride that's absolutely incredible. And you go into this one section, and you literally feel like you're on a Star Wars set. It is that professional. And it looks just like that, by the way.
Are you talking about Galaxy's Edge? And they have the Millennium Falcon there, and because that's recent.
Yeah, that's it. That was it. It was stunning.
I'm dying to go to that. That looks, and they just opened up the Halcyon or something like that. It's a hotel, which is it's a ridiculous amount of money to go there, but you literally are entrenched in the Star Wars world.
Yes,
it's awesome. I'm excited. I'm very excited. All right, next up we got Nori Jordan. Despite a busy Christmas, I was able to pick up a few books. Some I already had. But you can never have enough of a good thing. I found a second copy of Spider-Man 2099, #1, a fourth copy of New Avengers #11, and some other random stuff. I'm hoping next week's submissions will include my greatest Thunderbolts comic yet. I'm eagerly awaiting its arrival. We can't wait to see it. Happy New Year, he says as well. Nori Jordan, we can't wait to see that as well. Dan, what is your second fresh get of the week? What do you got?
First of all, I'm very jealous of Nori Jordan. I don't have the 2099. So, Nori, you did a fantastic job getting one. Let's continue on with our second, the elongated answer for speculation that Bill Murray may be in the MCU with the character called Krylar. The way that when I did my back issues, I had to get not just one but two. And the reason why was because this was a Harlan Ellison story. Harlan Ellison was a late, great science fiction writer, a brilliant man, kind of out there like many brilliant people. But he put together one of the best storylines I've ever seen in my life. I was able to land this absolutely gorgeous 9/6 white pages of it. This is Avengers 88. If you can get raw copies of this, I would get your hands on it. This is the introduction of a character called Cyclops. Now, why this is important is because Cyclops steals the Hulk from Reed Richards, Professor X, and Tony Stark. They're trying to cure Bruce Banner. Cyclops steals him and realizes how powerful the Hulk is, so he decides to shrink him down to size. As I'm sorry if I'm spoiling the story here, but as the Avengers try to save the Hulk shrinks into what's called the subatomic world and lands into this world here. Another high-grade copy I got. This is Incredible Hulk number 140. The two stories dovetail with each other. It says so on the CGC book here. This is another Ellison story. This is Harlan Ellison, Roy Thomas, and Herb Trimpe drew this. This is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous story. This could have many, many implications, again, if the MCU goes in this direction, but it starts right here.
That's good stuff, man. Those are some great pickups. Absolutely great. When did you get those?
I got those in 2020.
Okay. All right. Not quite fresh, but we're glad you're sharing this info with us is what's important. Here's the deal. I have an update with Tommy and April. Remember when I said they're probably doing fireball shots? They are not. They're chilling with the kids. You got to chill with the kids. They can't do the fireball shots. So you just chill with them. So Tommy, good stuff. April, good stuff.
Is Tommy eligible, by the way? You said they both
Tommy
are not.
Won too.
He did. Okay.
Won.
Okay.
I think they won consecutive months too.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's crazy. These guys, they're crazy. All right, moving on. Speaking of crazy, who's next? Who's next here? What do we got? We got Bobzilla. I like this one right here. Bobzilla. Look at this. You'll appreciate that one on the right, the Spider-Man 100. And for my last pickup of 2021, we have Simpsons of Comics number 3 newsstand edition with a fire Amazing Spider-Man 100 cover. Okay. The Simpsons is the cover swipe. My bad. Rarely collect outside of Marvel Comics, but I had to have this one for the PC. It was a good year of collecting for me. I connected with a lot of people in the Instagram community and on YouTube as well. Picked up some books I've always wanted, spec a little, and overall, I just enjoyed myself in the hobby. Have you started your want list for 2022? Cheers. Bobzilla, thank you for being part of this community as well. We appreciate you. And we're look forward to all that you have to bring us as well this fine year of 2022. And right there, Dan, that ends round 1.
Okay.
Winner. While you're doing that, I'm going to show you my second fresh get of the week. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, here we go, guys. Again, I got to do some digging. And I'm always on the hunt for some new Agents of Atlas, the number 1 ton of first appearances. Number 2 as well. Also, those second prints are very rare, highly sought after. I found New Agents of Atlas number 2, the first appearance of Swordmaster. You guys all may remember that I found that in a pack, Newberry Comics. That was the first print. This is the second print, right here. Look at this gorgeous cover. New Agents of Atlas number 2. I got it for, as you can see, $425. This thing's going for at least $60 on the secondary market. So I was very happy to find this out there. Guys, they are out there. Keep digging. The rumor, I mean, people are speculating that Swordmaster will become the next Iron Fist because there will be a new Iron Fist next month. Not sure how this layout happened, but that's fine. Next Iron Fist next month. There's also speculation he'll make his way into the MCU, but all of these characters, guys, you know, Wave, Arrow, Io, President and Io, all those guys. A ton of early appearances. I'd be on the lookout for them. Luna Snow, White Fox, although White Fox is a Conference champion. Be on the lookout right there. All right. Dan, what do you got? What do you got for our winner? If you want to bring a few up here, you want to comment on it for you, just let me know, and we'll go from there.
Are you leaving it solely up to me, so I can get the hate email from the ones that did not win?
We always shield you from the hate email. We just pretend to agree with whoever sent it.
All right. It's down to 2 right now. The first one is Marvel Man 616.
Hey, Marvel.
Yeah, I love that one. They're for 2 reasons. Oh, that's the first one. Actually, no, I was thinking Marvel Man. I'm sorry, that was the first one I wanted to bring up.
Oh, Marvel Man 616. Oh, yeah. You like
that was the first one that was on the list.
My bad. Sorry, Marvel.
Well, no, we're going to bring those up because that's the other one.
Okay.
So we got them both by accident. It's a happy mistake. 2 reasons I love this particular picture. One, the background. I love that background. I don't know if that's his actual studio, which puts mine to shame, or he actually took this and overlaid it on from a comic shop. But the other thing, that is a very, very underrated book. This is the first appearance of the Leader. Yep. The Hulk's antagonist. I have a couple of these. I got him when nobody was looking at him, so that is what brought my attention. But the other one, Emar, is the other picture I wanted to profile. Right, yeah, Emar Vel. Why that strikes me is 2 reasons. When I was stunned to get my Tales of Suspense 39. I was so happy. I took a bunch of pictures of it and showed people. But it was a happy mistake that I took one and I couldn't duplicate it to this day. Where there's a blue light where Iron Man's repulsor is, and it was just it was dumb luck, and I love that picture to this day. I love where he's got the lights here, the dark background, the almost not silhouette profile of the picture, but the lights are perfectly placed, the red and a green one, and I'm going to go with that one as my pick of the week.
All right, E. Marvel, congratulations! That is Strange Academy number 1. The Ramos design variant, you are going up against Saul Marshall 007. And then the winner from that is going to go to the finals. All right. That's a good pick, man. E. Marvel, he takes some great pictures. He's got great lights here. And a lot of his cases, they really, they pop. His CGC, CGCS, they always pop. So E. Marvel, congratulations. You are moving on to the semifinals. All right. So here we go. We're going to hit round 2. Dan, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Ready to go.
I told you Marvel Man 616 would make another appearance, and here he is again. That's right. Throwback from my old comic book room. I still have this figure and the Thor 126 first solo title book. Look at that. I mean, come on. He's definitely bringing the heat today. He's never shown us that part of the room either. I don't think he's ever shown us that part. That is a nice looking book. I like what he's done right there too. He's starting to add a little bit more to his pictures. So good stuff there, Marvel Man 616. All right, Into Oblivion. I thought I just saw him pop up around here. He's here. Wait, hold on. I'm not. Yo, indeed. Into Oblivion. How you doing, buddy? All right, moving on. What do you got, Into Oblivion? What do you got? Spider-Woman, number 20. First meeting of Spider-Man and Spider-Woman in the mainstream Marvel Universe. Spider-Woman origin retold. She has an interesting origin, guys. I do believe they just officially announced that the High Evolutionary has been cast in Guardians 3. I got to check that to see if it's official. He has a hand in her origin as well. So that's some fun stuff. I like this book, Dan. I really do.
I've never had it. Now I'm on the hunt for it.
First time that they meet up. All right, moving on. Sicilian Comics. This guy, Dan, let me tell you something. Nobody ever needs to apologize for not posting or attending a show or coming in late. I'm tired of it. I don't know if I'm going to keep saying it. Stop apologizing, guys. We are appreciative that you actually make it from time to time. We're very appreciative. That's right. I speak for Chris, and I know I speak for Dan as well by saying that. Sicilian Comics, he apologizes here, guys. Sorry if I didn't post for a while, but I'm recovering from COVID. I mean, come on. Don't even apologize. We're glad that you're recovering. We hope you're much better right now. I'll be back posting more frequently. Fantastic Four, number 243, classic cover by John Byrne. Always talk about, Dan, we always talk about how much we love John Byrne. This cover is no different. He had such a great run on Fantastic Four. Absolutely great.
When I bought that off the rack, what was it, late 80s or whatever, I was so taken by the cover, I bought a bunch of them.
Oh my God, he's just incredible. I heard he's not that great of a person. But
I've heard that too.
But I mean, he really. I mean, when I was really young collecting this, that was the first time I realized that artists are different from one another. Does that make sense? Like,
yes.
John Byrne distinguished himself to me. I didn't think it was all just a template that they had or what have you. It was like, oh wow, these artists actually look different from one another. So Sicilian Comics, good stuff. Sicilian Comics won before, by the way, too. So just be careful. Hey, we have another Red Hulk appearance here, Dan. Another Red Hulk appearance. Son of Comics Bone, Volume 1, limited edition by Jeff Smith. Signed and still factory sealed. A must-have for any comic collection. The complete 1,300-plus page epic adventure from start to finish in one deluxe hardcover. The limited edition pressing of the book was initially limited to 2,000 copies. Dan, 2,000 copies. That's some good stuff, man. That is unique right there, I would have to say. And Red Hulk definitely agrees.
Can you actually make any money if you're only producing 2,000 copies?
Yeah, they jack up the prices saying it's a limited edition, I'm sure. I
guess, yeah, okay.
I would think. I'm sure that's going for a pretty penny as well. Neighbor to the North, Neighbor to the North is always happy when he rescues books that need rescuing. This one is no different. I'll tell you what.
Ooh.
No different right here. Yeah, I knew you like this.
Jealous.
Well, I finally found one. It is beat up. I paid $10 to rescue this well-loved book from my shop and give it a forever home. Uncanny X-Men 129 is 100% certified fresh from the comic shop and a solid first Mutant Monday post of 2022. Listen, you're just happy to get that, and we're happy that you got it. Am I right?
And that's half my collection is basically strays that nobody wanted, and I've given them a home, and I've loved and cared about them, so I can appreciate his approach to collecting comics.
Yeah, he does. Again, I like how he phrases things, like saying this is certified fresh from the comic shop. He's the only one who does it, but I love him saying that. But he also says, I rescue these books. Yeah. It's fun. He's a fun guy.
Yeah.
I do believe he has a YouTube channel. We got to get that link down here because we definitely have to get that there. Comic Demon is back. Here was the last New Comic Book Day haul of 2021. Was a light week for this Comic Demon. It worked out because my local comic shop had their end of the year sale, so I grabbed a bunch of 50% books to show, 50% off books to show. But for now, here's my New Comic Book Day haul. Happy New Comic Book Year to all you comic freaks out there. Now, again, we don't show all of his gets. He always has some great gets. But I think the Swamp Thing, this Swamp Thing is actually doing some stuff on the secondary market. I could be wrong. Here we are, though. Back again. Bob Zilla. Love the name. He says, for me, this cover might be perfect. First off, I'm an 80s baby. I mean, come on. A larger-than-life black suit Spidey towering over the GW bridge and New York skyline. For the record, not exactly sure which bridge it is, but in my head, it's the GW. Nukes raining from a spider web draped sky with a giant full moon and a mini Spider-Man dangling from a chopper over a whole lot of Aquanet-haired MJ. Oh, we love the 80s. In a swimsuit, an acid wash jean jacket as I love his explanation here. Acid wash jean jacket as the backdrop of a classic red Lamborghini Countach. Proceeds to inhale aggressively after saying all that one breath like Ace Ventura. Oh, and how could I forget the Twin Towers? This here is the Chef's Kiss and Say It All in the synthwave title. I love this. This cover is it's unbelievable. It is outstanding. I've never seen. I know the series here. I've never seen this variant. It is gorgeous. That is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I'm glad you shared that with us, Bobzilla. 100%. Really like that. Comic Ozzy again. He's back. And this is impressive. Again, check out the composition right there. He's always very attuned to detail. I love it. Comic Ozzy says some nice $3 finds today for Webhead Wednesday. Craven's Last Hunt begin. Are you kidding me? You found those for $3?
Wow.
Those are at least $25 books. Good stuff there, Comic Ozzy. Good stuff indeed. We got D Mac Art. What's up? Oh, he gives journals here. Chris is to Chris. Thank you so much, Journals Comics. I appreciate you sending this out. I've never won anything before, so this is super cool. I'm a huge fan of Sweet Tooth, so this print is pretty awesome. And the Daredevil comic is super badass as well. Thank you again, sir. Salute. Again, we're just going to remind Chris to get better. He better get better. He better get better, right, Dan?
He'll get better.
He better get better. All right, Dan. So, yeah, how about you go? This is your third fresh get of the week. What do you got?
Okay. Let's see. Let's throw a few more out here. As I told you, the last one was Hulk 140. That's where Hulk meets his love interest, Jarella, which is a great story. It went on to there was some sort of instant connection with Jarella and the Hulk. They wanted to find each other after finding themselves in that one moment here. So here in Hulk 148, she's from a subatomic world. She uses her mystic sorceress to send her to our world. So he does. I won't spoil the story here. By the way, I love this. This is the only original artwork I have right there.
Yep. That's
from Herb Trimpe, the late Herb Trimpe.
So cool. I
got that for a stunning. I'm stunned the guy actually sold it, but anyway, I'll never get rid of it. But then he loses her for whatever reason, and he seeks out the advice Dr. Banner does of Henry Pym. And in this issue here, Hulk 154. Pym begins to shrink him down to size. So this is him beginning his process of shrinking and trying to find her, which he does in issue 156, which we've already shown. But this also continues. I'll show you a couple more, and then we'll just end the segment as far as spec books. There's another time where the Hulk has to be shrunk down for another reason, which is Hulk 200. This might be a little more pricey. By the way, this is a great read. This was the culmination of the last 100 books or so, and they did this in a very, very creative way. But when I fell in love with the story was this one here. When I was old enough to get it, Hulk 202 and Hulk 203, where the Cyclops returns, and they go back to the world is called Kaya, and again, it's a subatomic world. As you can notice, they're all green like he is, so the Hulk has an instant connection to them. But I love this story. It started again with Harlan Ellison. Also, back to 148. This is one of the early works of Chris Claremont, who later did X-Men.
Oh, interesting.
So it's a little interesting historical perspective on story writing and all that. But again, if the MCU goes down this road, and it looks like they are because they've already started with Ant-Man, there's all sorts of avenues that they could go into. So at this point, no one is really looking at these books that I showed. So now that we've making a recording of this particular show, if you need a reference, factor this as a reference show. So you can take a look at these books if you find a good deal on them, because again, they're still very reasonably priced. I would keep your eyes peeled. But again, this is all speculation at this point. I'm not telling anyone to go buy anything.
No, and we always say that. Like, look, if it's worth it to you to pay, prices that may be higher than you'd anticipate, go for it. Chris, Dan, and I will always tell you, like, hey, you may not want to buy it like this, but again, if it's worth it to you, spend the money. Go for it. Sean Taff is asking how much, if any of those for sale. I think I can answer that for him if you'll let me. I would think probably not, but Dan, give the final say.
I'm strictly look. I don't sell anything. I haven't sold anything since 9 years, and it was a terrible. It scarred me forever. I sold two Tales of Suspense 39s and an Amazing Fantasy 15, among other things, and it didn't take long to regret what a stupid decision that was. So I'm very apprehensive of selling anything. Now, the smart move would probably be to sell all those extra 156s I have and some of the others. I've never been known for my smart business sense, so it'll be under consideration. I might sell it. If it is, I'll let you guys know.
Interesting. Okay. I saw a good comment here. Oh, look at this, guys. If you all agree, please, Miguel.G.Comics. Dan should make his own channel. Just old school comics and none of these Miles Morales and America Chavez stuff. We all agree, but Dan, he doesn't have much time in the day to do it. But hey, I'm a proponent. I think Dan should have his own channel as well.
Miguel, you are a great guy in the community. You've always been very, very sweet. We've had these great conversations in chat, like many of the good people in the chat. I just enjoy coming on these shows periodically, and that's why I'm so appreciative that Jeff would call me on occasion. I don't mind being the relief pitcher, if you will. So
the Billy Preston.
Yeah, that's me. Not Billy, the fifth wheel, the fifth Beatle.
That's true. I'm happy for that clarification. All right, moving on though. We got more books to look at, Dan, because you have another decision to make here. Where did we leave off? Neighbor to the North, Comic Demon, Bob Zilla.
We left off at
Kamikaze, DMAC. Okay, here we go.
Right, yeah.
Actually, we got Miguel.G.Comics. Perfect. That's a perfect segue. Would you look at that? Now if I can just find out what he wrote here. There we go. After a few buys, I have 23 issues left to complete my Mark Grunwald's run of Captain America from 307 to 383. Today arrived in the mail, Captain America 323, a book I think will go up when we see U.S. Agent. Plus, not only is a newsstand, but it has that Mark Jewelers insert. Oh, pretty rare, I think.
Ooh, yeah,
that nice. Is, yeah, absolutely. And we'll definitely see U.S. Agent again in the MCU. I have no doubt in that. No doubt whatsoever, Dan. No doubt. The way they left things hanging at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Come on, right? Am I right? All right, next up, we got Raw Dog Comics again. Okay. Saying we went overboard on variants in 2021 is an understatement. Bring out the big guns for 2022. The Department of Truth Purge variant, Ice Cream Man 26 Virgin variant, Venom #1 Momoko Virgin, 1 per store, King Shark 1 in 500 free comic book day, fresh to our collection and fresh from the comic shop. Collecting comic books has become an addiction, but we look at it more as an investment, or that's what we tell each other. Thanks, Comic Book Canon. Have a happy, healthy New Year. Thank you again, Raw Dog Comics, for always participating. These are some great fresh gets. That's a great way to start off the new year, Dan, I have to say. No doubt about that. All right, here we are, Dan. We're going to play the game again. You ready?
I'm ready.
We got Cover Junkie Comics. What are the odds that we will see a Dr. Doom cover? Now, remember, you whiffed last time.
I did whiff last time, and you don't
know where I'm coming. I mean, I'm not showing you. I got a good poker face, I guess. I'm not giving you any inclination which way it could go. So go for it. What do we got?
I'm going to play the percentages and say it's a Dr. Doom book.
Final answer.
Final answer.
So you're playing the percentages. Smart man. Smart man indeed. We got Cover Junkie Comics with a Christmas present for myself. The entire infamous Doom run. Every cover is a banger, and the story is unbelievably good. Being a Doom fan is fucking awesome, he says. We love you, Cover Junkie. I think Louis Logics, we love you. That is absolutely outstanding. I'm loving the action figure there, too. That's just, and then we got the Funko Pop.
Funko Pop, yeah, that's sweet.
Those covers are excellent, by the way. Absolutely. So, good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Nori Jordan, what do we got? This week's look at the journos, the props to journos. This week's submission really didn't seem that important, considering my favorite comic book advisor and friend Chris is sick with COVID. When I get back into this hobby after a brief 20-year break, he was always helpful and passionate in helping me with any questions I may have had. Most importantly, I hope Chris and everyone is doing well in this crazy world. I am sadly still awaiting my Thunderbolts Grail and many other Thunderbolt editions. So let's simply show some Thor 20s I picked up, and the new Elektra Red, White, and Blood. Be safe, everyone. Dan, I don't know if you know, but Thor 20 is on a tear. It just came out this Wednesday. Donny Cates is doing it again with a new character, God of Hammers. We'll see how long this hype lasts. I believe that's a variant cover. I'm not sure which cover it is. I can't even remember if I have it on my pull list, but if I do, I haven't picked it up yet at my local comic book shop. Nori Jordan, we are hoping to see that Thunderbolt Grail next week. You've been talking about it for quite a while, but this is a great submission. Great submission indeed. All right, Dan, moving on. We got Comic Rhino. Super happy. I finally received Amazing Spider-Man 252 after buying it the day before No Way Home came out. Looking forward to Sony and Marvel Studios redeeming Spidey's black suit. Now I just need to get Venom and Null's first appearance. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which way they take Spider-Man in the MCU. I hope it's more grounded. It will be more grounded. I think it's not going to be Avengers level threat type stuff. I don't know, Dan, have you seen No Way Home yet?
I have, and this is a golden opportunity for the MCU to do. I don't like what they did with the Venom movies. They made him more of a comedic character, a little bit off. Venom became popular.
Let's be clear. MCU has nothing to do with Venom. Sony is producing all of it.
I stand corrected. That's correct. It was Sony's mistake. So if the MCU takes it over, they should go back to the original flavor of Spider-Man 300 on forward, because he was a very aggressive character. There was a viciousness to him, and that will grab the attention of the audience.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know how they're going to do this. Sony owns a property to Venom. They feel like that's a successful franchise for them right now with Tom Hardy. I don't know how you're going to incorporate that into the MCU. I have faith, though, with Sony and Marvel working together. They've done a great job so far. I have faith that they'll continue to do so. We'll see. I mean, I'm not going to say any spoilers just yet either, because people still may have not, even though we're 3 weeks out. But anyways, we'll see. We'll see. All right, moving on. We got 0879 Lines, a.k.a. Serge Henderson with this nice Alpha Flight. Now, here's the deal, guys. This, I'm not sure if you can see the bottom left corner, but it came damaged, and he is not happy at all. Just wanted to share it with him. He says, hello, everybody in the comic book community. I just received this a few days ago. It came in damaged. He's telling the community, check your books, check your mail, check everything. We need to be transparent about what our postal service is doing. Also, our sellers, they sometimes make mistakes too. They can have a bad day, good day. So, if anybody has a hard time, he just wants everybody to read their comic books and have a great day. He's hurt and he's crying right now, but this is still a good read. We are sorry, Serge, that's the way that came. Again, there's some John Byrne, early Alpha Flight. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. All right. And our last entry for this second round, Caution Comics. Fresh from CGC, my new Gunslinger Spawn number 1. 1 in 250 incentive variant, signed and numbered by Todd McFarlane. Gunslinger Spawn's first solo series. I've read like 3 issues, and it's awesome. I love the matching red signatures. When I heard that Todd had ideas about a Clint Eastwood Wild West version of Spawn that travels through time, I was excited. Great book to start off the year in my collection. Look forward to where the story is going for the Gunslinger. Nice. Good stuff there. Caution Comics. Good stuff indeed. Now, Dan, you have a decision to make yet again. And while you do that, I'm going to show my last fresh get of the week, if you'll allow me to do so.
Of course. Be my guest, as if I wasn't here.
I just cut you off. Sorry. All right. Moving on. Guys, this is me just showing off. I don't know. Maybe some of you got them out there. But it was a book that was very hard to get. I'm psyched I actually got a copy because I really, really enjoy this character. That's right. It's Timeless number 1, the Miss Minutes edition.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, look at it's just I think Humberto Ramos is the artist on this. It's perfect. It's perfect rendition of her from the Loki series. Hopefully, we see more of her in the second season. But I am really happy I got this. I hope you all got this book as well if you really wanted it. Do not pay those crazy prices. I guarantee you they're going to come down. But there's a second print coming out that is black and white. So be on the lookout for that, or just wait it out. I'm sure these prices will come down. I don't doubt that one bit, Mr. De La Torre. So what are we thinking here What's your rationale? What are we going with our entries right now?
First of all, if you were in the chat and you submitted that, you would have won. That's how much I love that Miss Minutes cover. That is, and I don't have one, and that is absolutely on the list. What are those going for these days, by the way? Is like $30 or something?
Yeah, around 30, anywhere from 30 to 40, I would say.
Yeah,
it's starting to come down. It's starting to come down.
Okay.
Don't pay 30 or $40.
So I've got some honorable mentions here before I make my decision here.
Go for it.
First of all, is it 080879?
0879 Lines, aka Serge Henderson.
He gets the Major Sympathy Award. We have all suffered through that. You go to the trouble of finding a comic, buying it, and it shows up through clumsiness, laziness by the post office, whatever. I've seen that, and I've had slabs cracked and so forth, and it is heartbreaking. It is
the worst.
Let's see who else gets an honorable mention here. Nori Jordan. Nori Jordan, because I love the background with looks like she met Chris, and there's a journalist autograph back there. Is that what I'm reading?
Yes, that is. You're right.
Okay, and given that we are praying for our friend to make a speedy recovery, that absolutely gets an honorable mention. And Nori Jordan, you're another sweet person in the chat. I love talking to you when I'm out there. Who else gets an honorable mention? Miguel. I like the Captain America, very nicely stationed here. Mm-hmm. And by the way, he's not wrong on those specs. When I was buying Captain America, those didn't go anywhere, but now the U.S. agent is here. I'd grab those and others along the lines because that will pop. That storyline will pop up.
I agree.
But I think the winner is where I'm going to bring it up here because I took pictures of everyone. The guy that came in second place in the last go around wins this one. That's Marvel Man with his Thor cover and that gorgeous Thor. Man. Yeah.
616 Comics. Congratulations. You are moving on to the semifinals. You will go up against next week's semifinalist as well. Good stuff, Dan.
That Thor and the whole package just grabbed me, and that was the first picture you showed, and others came close, but nobody beat it.
Yeah, I like this pick too. I really like how he's showing us different areas of his comic book pad as well. He's had a rough go too. Him and his wife had COVID.
Oh boy, yeah.
Like he's doing. Him and his wife are doing much better. But congratulations, Marvel Man 616 Comics. You are moving on to the semifinals. Again, you'll be going up against next week's winner. Hopefully, we'll have Chris on the show next week. That's good stuff, man. Again, we told you this would be a little bit of a shorter show. We're only going to be pressing the comic shop. Greatly appreciate having Dan on. Greatly appreciate seeing all you fine people here on this first 2022 show. Again, Chris, I've talked to Chris the past few days. He's getting better and better each day. He was here earlier tonight. He's probably going back to sleep as he should. Y'all need to be safe out there. This shit's no joke. And again, we really appreciate you guys. Can't thank you enough. And we hope you guys have bigger and better things going on in 2022. Dan, I don't know if you have anything you want to say to the community. This is your first opportunity this year, I think.
I do. I wish everyone a safe year, and we've had it's been tough for everybody. No question about it. This is not a joke, and this is a surreal situation. But we are going to get through it, and we need something. One of the things I did over the last couple of years, because we need to be happy. Comic books makes me happy. It just does. I've gotten right back into it. I've gotten very involved in these shows, and when I come home after a long day, I come here to my little computer world here and have fun and all that. And I interact with you people. It's been a pleasure. But let's end it on this. Can you big screen me? Because we are getting close to your 1,000 giveaway.
Right. That's what
and I would just want to show the audience what you're going to be getting here. Iron Man number 120, Submariner versus the Shellhead Iron Man here. That's one of them. The other is Iron Man 25, another battle between the Submariner, who is on his way in the MCU. This is just
humbling, Dan. It's crazy, you guys. We can't thank you enough.
It's my pleasure. I always give back to my community. It's just how I was brought up, and I love this community. And finally, this one here, good Silver Age classic, Tales to Astonish number 82. Now, you know what I'm going to do, Jeff? I thought about it. I was going to give them all away at once, so one person gets all these, but we have so many good people in this chat. I'm going to break it up 3 ways, so 3 of you will get one each of these, and I'm thinking I've got a lot of knowledge in my head, and I'd like to share with that in the form of trivia. So I'll let you know in short order what trivia. Probably Defenders would be one of them. That's another.
I love your Defenders.
That's another series you should start taking a look at now, because I think the Defenders are on their way. And if I come up with 2 other questions, which I will, I'll let Jeff and Chris know before, so they're prepared for when we are. By the way, have you reached 1,000? How close are you?
We are not. Everybody, if you have not subscribed, we are heading into our 1,000th sub contest, and Dan just showed some amazing books. So please subscribe. Where are we right now? Let me check real quick.
You're close.
We're less than 100, no doubt. We are at 935, so we're 65 away. So, guys, it's worth your while to sub up and try and win these amazing prizes. I like your idea of doing some trivia, having you part of those that 1,000 giveaway show. So, yeah, Chris and I have to figure out how that's going to all work, because we got some other stuff, other people, an incredible amount of books being given to us to give away for our 1,000th, and we can't thank you enough. Dan, I can't thank you enough for stepping in. You always fill in admirably. You're not an alumnus. You are a co-host. You are an alternate, I guess. You are in the bullpen. Is that a good way to?
I'm a good relief pitcher. Yeah, when you need someone out of the bullpen, just call me.
Yeah. You're always warmed up. You're always ready to throw. So again, I appreciate you greatly, man, and I wish the biggest and best year for you in 2022. I think things are gonna start turning around for everybody, the whole world, and let's just all stay positive, support each other, be nice to each other, and have fun. Do what you love, as long as you don't hurt nobody, right? And that's comic books for us, guys. So we're here every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. We will be back next week. We'll hopefully have our good friend Chris back with us, but I think y'all understand if he does not make it. We'll figure it out. So thank you all for watching. We will, we'll be back again next week. We love you, and be good to yourselves. Peace.